What is up, guys? And today we are going to do something different again. I wanted to go through the Crunchyroll Anime Awards from the whole year of 2024. Here on the screen we can see all the categories. I must say that I'm just gonna skip some because I simply either didn't like the entrance, or I simply didn't know any of them. So let's just get straight into it and let's see. So I'm gonna start at the back because I would like the anime of the year and such to be the final thing in this video. So we'll be kicking it off with the best ending sequence, and our nominees are Antanante, Burning from Oshinoko, Kamakura Style and Cloverworks, Nobody with Production IG from Kaiju no 8, Request from Solo Leveling Season 1, and Taidada from Dan Da Dan. So, let's make one thing clear. I didn't hear Kamakura, I didn't hear Antanante, and I didn't hear Nobody from Kaiju number 8, so obviously I cannot really rate those. But I've seen Solo Leveling ending sequence, I've seen Oshinoko's sequence, and I've seen Dandadan's. And for me, honestly, the biggest impact has to be Oshinoko's Burning from Doga Kobo. Simply the psychological atmosphere Oshinoko Season 2 has created was amazing, and when, well, the end of the episode approached and this started playing, it just gave me that feeling like I want more. Not to say that Solo Leveling's Request or Dandadan's Taidada was bad, but they just simply do not match that vibe of you wanting more, like Oshinoko Season 2 Burning ending sequence does. So my best ending sequence for this year has to be Oshinoko's Burning. And now we move to the best opening sequence. We have Abyss from Kaiju no 8, Bling Bang Bang Born, then we have Us, and again, I haven't seen these three, so I'm just gonna exclude them from the get-go. Now we have Fatal, we have Otonoke, and Level. Again, Oshinoko, Dandadan, and Level from Solo Leveling. All of them were great, but for me, what stood out of these has to be this time Otonoke from Dandadan. It was just amazing. I really liked the overall vibe, the soundtrack, the singing, the opening sequence animation itself was amazing. So I'm gonna give this to Dandadan. I really think it deserves to be the best opening sequence of the year for me. Now we move on to the best score, and our nominees are Bleach, Dandadan, Demon Slayer Arc, Freerun, Look Back, and Solo Leveling. Again, let's make one thing clear. I didn't watch Look Back, I didn't watch Demon Slayer Arc, I didn't watch Bleach, so we are working with Freerun, Dandadan, and Solo Leveling. Well, for me it is pretty much clear here. For me it has to be Freerun Beyond Journey's End. It was just amazing, and well, we will see more categories, so I'll just leave it at that. My best score anime winner for this year has to be Freerun Beyond Journey's End. Now we move on to the best anime song of the year. Again, let's exclude Bling Bang Bang Born and The Abyss, and let's focus on Fatal, Level, Otonoke, and The Brave from Oshinoko, Solo Leveling Season 1, Dandadan, and Freerun respectively. Now, all of these are amazing, but for me what stood out has to be Solo Leveling's Level. I've just really loved the vibe, the beats, the melody of the whole song, and it really reflected the anime, the Season 1, so for me this has to be the undisputed best anime song of the year from these options. Now we move on to the must protect at all costs character. And we have Okarun from Dandadan, we have, well, Senshi and Tokiyuki Hojo. Again, I haven't seen these two, so I'm gonna exclude them. Then we have Anya Forger from Spy X Family, Freerun from the Beyond Journey's End anime, and Yuki Itose from Sign of Affection. And my winner has to be Yuki Itose from A Sign of Affection, and that is heavily influenced because one of my family members also deals with not hearing at all. So yeah, for me it is heavily influenced like from my personal life, so I guess that is clear. The second runner-up for me would be Anya Forger, if probably I didn't have this sort of experience firsthand, but for me, A Sign of Affection, Yuki Tosei is the character we must protect at all costs this year. Now we move to the best supporting character, and our options are Himmel, Jinchi, Turbo Granny, again we are gonna exclude Senshi, Fern, and Seiko. So I would eliminate instantly Himmel, Seiko, and Turbo Granny. I don't think these are anywhere near Jinchi and Fern, if I'm completely honest. And honestly, I had a clear winner, even though both of these are good. For me, it has to be Jinchi because, if you've watched Apothecary Diary Season 1, you know how much he actually helped Mao Mao behind the scenes and how much he actually cared. What were his actual motives behind that? Well, that's another thing, but let's say in terms of actual supporting character, how interesting he is, how much he actually supported Mao Mao and such, I think it has to go to Jinchi for me. And now we have best main character. Again, let's from the get-go exclude Kaiju number 8, and let's move to the other one. So Momo from Dandadan, Okarun from Dandadan, Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries, Sang Jingwoo from Solo Leveling, and Freerun from Beyond the Journey's End Story. Okay, let's eliminate again so it's more interesting. So I would first eliminate probably Okarun with Momo and Sang Jingwoo. These would be on the even playing field of eliminating someone, like stage 1. And then we have again Mao Mao and Freerun. And honestly, I had a really tough time deciding here because both of these main characters are just amazing, but for me it has to be Freerun, simply because she has so much depth in the anime story. We see so much backstory. I really enjoyed how she, as an elf, is different and compared to humans and other species, and how she deals with day-to-day talks, or even how she lives. I think it was really interesting. Not to take anything away from Mao Mao, but I think they were just one step ahead. But honestly, Mao Mao also would deserve it if Freerun wasn't there. She was also a really strong character with a very interesting and strong backstory. But my best main character for this anime year has to be Freerun. Now we move on to the best drama, and our nominees are A Sign of Affection, Dead Demons, blah blah blah. Let's exclude that. I didn't watch it. Freerun, Oshinoko Season 2, Pluto, again, let's exclude that. I didn't watch it. And The Apothecary Diaries. Now, honestly, these are really strong animes, but I think there is a clear winner if we are specifically talking about the best drama. And for me, it is undisputed that it has to be Oshinoko Season 2. The drama they have created with their characters, with the story itself, is just simply unmatched. The other animes are also really good, but if we are strictly talking about the best drama, I think Oshinoko Season 2 did the best job. They've used the characters really well. They've used the animation and details on the eyes when they are in some dramatic states or moments, like main character, right? Or even the side characters. And they've also used the music really well. It really supported that drama, that stress, and any emotion that the characters felt. I felt it with them, with all of these things combined. So I think that's something the other animes simply didn't focus on. They didn't want to deliver this kind of message with the anime, so that doesn't mean they are bad, but I think drama undisputedly has to go to Oshinoko Season 2. Now we will go to the best isekai anime. I'm gonna cut it short because I simply haven't watched most of these in the list. So we are gonna pick between ReZero Season 3 and Suicide Squad. Sadly, I haven't watched the other animes, so I can't really judge there. But if I have to choose between ReZero and Suicide Squad, it is pretty much one-sided, because honestly Suicide Squad isekai it wasn't good. It was like horrible, honestly. It was so bad. I don't know, like the story felt that it had no value. As I did my video on YouTube here, it just struggled for identity. Like, I didn't know what was the purpose, even though the purpose was clear. They were just going everywhere else in the story and not just dealing with the main issue of the anime, right? So for me it has to be ReZero here. I can't really judge any other ones, and I think ReZero Season 3 did a pretty good job. I have also uploaded a review on it, I think last week. If I upload this video as I'm planning to, then ReZero Season 3 review is up for a week now. Now let's go and see the best action anime. Let's exclude Demon Slayer, Bleach, Kaiju, and Windbreaker. I've wanted to watch some of these animes but simply didn't find the time to. So we are again kinda stuck with Dandadan and Solo Leveling. Although Dandadan was pretty interesting, I think the action itself was more breathtaking, let's say, in Solo Leveling. So I will give Solo Leveling Season 1 the award of the best action anime for this year. And in this category, best comedy, I'm just working with one anime, which is Spy X Family Season 2. So I'm just gonna give it to them. And now we will be discussing the best romance. So here I've seen the start of Too Many Losing Heroines, Blue Box, A Sign of Affection. I didn't finish Too Many Losing Heroines. Honestly, I didn't enjoy it, so I've kind of dropped it. So that's that. And now we're working with Blue Box and A Sign of Affection. Honestly, both of them are really good, but I've just enjoyed Blue Box more because I can relate to it a little bit more with my own personal experience in sports and other things, right? So for me, it has to be Blue Box. It was really fun, it was really interesting. I'm really happy it had 25 or 24 episodes, and I can't wait for Season 2, honestly. I hope it builds on what it created. I think it did what it created in Season 1 really well, and I hope to see more. Really. Now we have few categories. I'm just gonna skim through, honestly, because I have the same winner. So best background art has to go to Freerun. Best director has to go again to Freerun's Keiichiro Saito, although Apothecary Diaries were really close. Again, best character design for me has to be Freerun, and I'm just gonna skim through these and I'm gonna say why I've picked Freerun so many times, but I don't want to repeat myself. Best animation, again, Freerun for me. Best new series, Free Run for me. Best continuing series, finally we have something different. So the best continuing series for me from these options, I have seen Spy X Family and Oshinoko. For me it has to be definitely Oshinoko season 2. It just continued the trail I've wanted it to continue from season 1, and I really like the look to the entertainment industry. I think it's really cool. I work part-time at theater, so I'm not saying it's the same, but let's say that there are some things which actually kind of are relatable. So I really like that, and I hope season 3 will deliver as many interesting scenes and moments as season 1 and season 2 did. And now we finally are at the end, the anime of the year. Our nominees are, which I know, are Dandadan, Solo Leveling, Apothecary Diaries, and Free Run Beyond Journey's End. Okay. I guess now it's pretty clear what is my anime of the year, so let's not prolong it. It's Free Run Beyond Journey's End for me, and that is simply because it really hit me in more things than just one, as these categories kind of reflect that. It has a really good direction. The story was extremely interesting for me. It was something different and unique. I don't think I have seen this sort of fantasy story in anime. It sort of felt like I'm watching Dungeons and Dragons, honestly. I really liked the OST. I've loved just listening to the music and watching the animation, the scenery. It was just amazing. I've really enjoyed that adventurous aspect the anime had. I don't think every single anime has that, and well, Free Run is so unique in so many ways. And the main thing I have liked, and I have been saving this message or idea to the end of this video, and that is that Free Run as an elf posed a really interesting new perspective on time if you compare it to humans, because she has been living for so long, she has experienced so many things, she has seen so many people die, and if you compare it to the life of a human, well, to an elf it seems like it's just a month, right? For her 80 years is like, I don't know, 3 months for us. It's like nothing, which is maybe even weeks, which is really interesting, and I really enjoyed thinking about the perspective of time, and I kind of liked to see, I have enjoyed seeing Free Run struggle with that, you know, like taking care of Fern and Stark, taking on that kind of mother role, but also her not being so disciplined maybe, and Fern then scolding her. I just really enjoyed the journey, and I really enjoyed the psychological themed question, which was kind of in the back, not always mentioned, I think. How do you view time passing by, and how different can it be if you live really long? To touch upon my runner-up, which has to be the Apothecary Diaries, the season 1 was amazing, I think. I really enjoyed the ancient China view. I did a review and it did pretty well. One of my better videos on the channel, I guess. I really enjoyed how it showed how in this age some, well, especially women were treated, and I really liked how Mao Mao is sort of like this detective, and how it showed that if you have some knowledge or skill the others don't have, it doesn't really matter if you are a peasant or someone from the royal family. That it really drove home that idea that if you have some knowledge, it's not something that can be taken away from you, like let's say a house or something else. So yeah, that's Apothecary Diaries. I honestly talked about it in my review video, so I'm not gonna yap too much about it here. If you wanna see that, I have a specific video on the Apothecary Diaries. Even if you want to see Solo Leveling, Dan Da Dan, or Free Run, I have videos about all these animes on my channel, so go watch them. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So this was honestly really fun. I've kind of felt like in the same loop, honestly, doing the anime reviews, so I've kind of, I think, needed this switch of pace just for a week. So I hope you have enjoyed it as much as me, and well, thank you for watching. I hope we will see each other in the same video next year, and I'm really excited to see what this new anime year has in store for all of us. I really enjoyed this year's animes, and I can't wait to see what's new and what we will what new animes will we have for comparison with this year's animes. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.